bread here at home in our dinner rolls. For this, you guys are going to need olive oil, honey, salt, and the commercial yeast, but this is just the rapid rise instant yeast, not the regular yeast. You're going to need measuring spoons and a 1/3 cup and a measuring cup and a wooden spoon to steer. Stay there.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with 2 cups of very hot water, and we're actually going to put that into the bowl first. Just keep it over there. And we want the hot water to be as hot as your tap will go. So 2 cups of hot water and make it as hot as your tap will go. And we're going to put that in first. And the reason why we're going to put that in first is so that way the flour and all the ingredients get incorporated and don't get stuck at the bottom of the mixing bowl. And after your 2 cups, we are going to add the flour. And the flour I'm actually going to do
That's already.
2 cups of the wheat flour. And 4 cups of the white flour.
There's some kind of flowers.
So that's actually 6 cups. Keep it facing down here.
Got it.
So that's going to be actually 6 cups of flour. And then we are going to do, let's do the salt next. And for the salt, we're going to do 1 tablespoon, 1 heaping tablespoon of salt. And then we are going to do the olive oil. Now do the olive oil first before you do the honey, because then the honey will slide right out. And I did get this recipe from a Farmhouse Fool, but I had edited it and changed it to make it fit our family and how we like our bread. So we did change it just a little. Then you're going to take the honey. And you're going to do 3/4 of honey, but I always do a little extra and just let it overflow a little bit because we love the flavor of it.
Really?
Okay. And as you can see, that slides like right out, like all of it, to where you're not even going to have to spatula it out. Okay. And the last part, we are going to do the yeast. And for the yeast, we're actually going to do 1.5 tablespoons for the yeast. And then we are going to mix it very, very good. Just to incorporate it with a wooden spoon first. And get everything off the sides. And then if you have a KitchenAid mixer, this is where the KitchenAid mixer will come in handy for you, because you won't have to hand knead it as much. But if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer or a way to mix it, stay there. All you have to do is just knead it a couple of more extra times, like you knead the bread dough. And sorry for the camera work, it is my daughter doing it. Stop. Remember, keep it down here.
Sorry.
Okay. Then we hook it up to the KitchenAid mixer. And make sure that your KitchenAid mixer has enough watts to actually do it, because you don't want to burn your motor out. And we're just going to let this all mix together really well. That's all we're going to do. Oh,
Get up.
And this is actually going to be a little sticky. If it's too sticky, add a little bit more flour. But we do want a little bit of stickiness to it. Stay right there, don't show me. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna take it off with the spatula. So it's still a little sticky. So, come over here. So what I'm going to do is I have this, stay right there, Penny, just shoot it over here.
Oh, okay.
I have this little thing here filled with flour that I keep with flour. I'm just going to pour it on there, on your hands, because we're going to have to knead it a little bit with a little extra flour. Gonna scoop it out. And plus, regardless, we would have to knead it anyways, because as soon as it is done there and everything is incorporated, what we want to do is do some flour on it. Just set it down. I'm not answering it. Take it back over there. Yeah. A little bit of flour and just knead it. And it's still going to be a little sticky. You want that little bit of sticky left. Do not get it too over dry, because then it will mess up and it will have a hard time rising if it is too dry, you guys. And just knead it, I'd say between a good 10 to 15 times. If it's still too sticky, add more flour. Valentina, leave it alone. Just put it back on the hook. Okay. Don't mind the babies. Got 8 kids. They're gonna cry. Okay, so. Okay, and what we're gonna do with this one is just set it to the side here.
Mommy,
What?
what are you doing?
The bread. Mom's gotta make bread for everybody for Daddy's lunch. And then, stay there. We're gonna cover this one while we make the second loaf. And what I'm doing, all I'm doing is I have a kitchen towel. Stop, Penny. I have a kitchen towel. That I got lukewarm on really hot water from the tap water, got it all wet, then ring dried it as best I can, but still have it warm. We're gonna set it over this. And we're gonna let these rise, because I'm about to make another one. We're gonna let these rise for about 10 to 15 minutes until they double in size. That's it. So let's put together another quick batch.
So,
Ruthann, stop. Stop, Ruthann. we're gonna go through everything.
Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Huh? Ba ba.
Set up to the side, and then we are going to do 1/3 of olive oil. And then the honey. And I'm
Ruthann.
doing, stop Ruthann, I'm doing this quick because I want it to rise at the same time as the other one. Because I want them to go in together. Because I'm going to make 2 loaves and then some little rolls for my husband for his dinner. For his lunch.
Ruthann, come back.
So he can make sandwiches for lunch. Ruthann, stop! Hold it down there, Penny, so that way they can see. I'm doing the yeast. Stirring it all together. Mama, stop.
Hey, 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 hey. Look at the phone. Look at her. No, it can't.
And we're going to let this mix. Stop, Mama. And same with this one, you don't want it too sticky. Okay, so here's this one. Stop, Ruthann. And I just keep like a little thing like this that sprinkles out flour for when I'm making bread, which is a lot. So,
Ready, set.
it came out better. And we are going to mix it. We are going to knead it a couple of times. Remember, we want a little sticky. We do not want dry. This one is perfect. Sprinkle a little bit on there. And then we are going to let these rise for about 10 to 15 minutes. See, this one is already going, so this one should be good too. Okay, so we're gonna let these rise for about 10 to 15 minutes and we will be back. Okay, press stop on it. They did double in size. So now what we're going to do is my pans are a little bit bigger than regular bread pans. These are like 9 by 10 or something like that, or 10 by 9. We're spraying with olive oil. And then I have an extra pan because I'm doing my husband's bread rolls. And as you can see, they're all ready to go. Stay there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut a separate part for my husband's bread rolls and a part for the breads.
Oh, cool.
So there's for my husband's rolls. And then this is going to be for the breads themselves.
Like
And I'm
for...
going to show you guys now how I'm going to do this.
Oh, cool. Just do like...
We're just going to cut a little piece of this one off.
Oh, cool.
Just like that. To where we have more than a little over a half on this side.
Yeah.
And we are going to knead this one together. Maybe take off a little bit of this one.
Hey, Mom. On your phone camera, look like that bread. It's white. Oh, look at it. It's not white.
I know.
Look
Okay,
white.
stay right there, please. Keep it down on the bread.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Just a couple of times. And then what we want to do is we want to get it to the shape of the bread pan. And like I said, my bread pans are a little bit bigger than normal. So
Oh, God.
we want it to be the exact shape of the bread pan, same length, and set it in, just like that. Now let's do the other one.
Wait, Mom, how Penny did a terrible job.
Just wait. Just keep it down there, please. Okay. Just stay right there.
I am. I'll put my hand down. They look white on your camera.
Yep.
Oh, look at it. It's not white.
Yep.
Like paper.
Okay, and like I said, we want it to the shape of the bread pan and to
Yay!
the size of the bread pan, okay? So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what we're going to do,
Yeah.
okay? This is going to be a big one. I should take some off of it a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit off of it, actually, and add to my husband's because it might be a little too big.
Yeah, that like we could like. How did I stick on it,
Oh,
Mom?
it's got a magnet.
Oh, cool.
So make it the size of the bread pan again.
And I wish we could stick that on the fridge.
Hmm?
That magnet you were on your kettle thing.
Yep.
I wish
There
we-
we go.
I
Perfect.
wish we could stick it
So
on the
again,
fridge.
size of the bread pan. If you guys can see that, so that way they are both sitting in there just like this. This one is already starting to rise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these over to the stove and we're just gonna set them on the stove. We're gonna come back over here,
I am.
and we're going to roll my husband's bread real quick.
You go to the stove, Mom. I'm just like gonna stand up where you go to the stove again, okay?
Okay, just keep it down on the bread, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna get off the tail. I'll get off the tail.
And we're gonna do my husband's rolls. Put it onto the pan. We'll do them side by side because this is gonna be a little big.
Did we move the pan over here, Mom?
Oh yeah. Can you see the pan?
Yep, I just need to see it because I can't go there or over here.
Okay. And we're gonna set it there. Now, follow me. Follow me. We're gonna set the pan with the breads here, just like this. But we want them to be close together because we are going to turn the oven on to 350. Stay right there for a second, please. And then again, I'm going to grab the rag and get it with as hot water as your tap can come out. Wet down the rag.
Mayo.
Yep, just stay right there for a second. I'm almost done.
I need my hand move my hair away from my mouth.
Okay, hold on, I'll do it. Okay, back up just a little bit.
Okay.
Right there. And this is the rag that I did, again, with warm water, as hot as your tap will get it, wrung it out really well. And we are going to set it over this and let these sit and rise on the stove as it warms up for about 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna let them double in size again. So it might actually take less than 30, but after 30, come back and check. And we're gonna let these rise to about a little over the top of the pan line. When it's done, I will show you what I'm talking about when we come back. So in about 30 minutes, we'll come back and check. Okay, so here they are. We're about 35 minutes, and they have risen, as you can see. And they're gonna go into the oven for about 45 minutes. But I'll probably end up taking them out before then, because I can tell when they're done just by the smell. So that's what we are going to do now. Just pulled them out of the oven, and you guys can see how fantastically soft they are. And oh, yes. My family loves this bread. And how fluffy and soft these are. Oh, so pretty. So we're going to let these cool, and I suggest not cutting them. If you do decide to cut them, on the end that you cut them on, face them upside down like this, so that way they don't lose moisture and become really dry. So if you cut it on that end, stand it up on that end until it fully cools. But let them cool off, and I have bread bags that I put my bread in for my family. But you guys can use any kind of bags you want. Just put them in there, slice them. Fantastic. Yay! So pretty.